So I'm currently trying to make enough money, or I was currently trying to make enough money to be able to go out to Thailand to go and see my girl, because just before she left, we kind of had this like joke, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna miss you, please come and see me, come over to Thailand, come with me, come in my suitcase, all this kind of stuff, kind of like a joke. I'm gonna hide from the rain, bro. Actually, fuck it. And I said to her, jokingly at the start, I was like, yeah, I'll come and see you, I'll fit in your suitcase, it's fine, like I'll come visit you, whatever, I'll swim over, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then the idea actually kind of got serious, and I was like, you know what, I could actually reasonably come and see you in Thailand, I could come and visit you. And she was like, oh, really, come and see me, yeah, please, blah, blah, blah. And I said to her, before she left, I looked her in the eyes and I said to her, I will come to Thailand in August and I will see you. I will come and see you in August, I promise you. And I said that to her. And what do I tell you boys all the time, right? I always say to you guys, when you say something, you must fucking mean it. You must become a man of your word. So if you say to your girl, I promise you, you give her your word, I will come and see you in Thailand in August, you better make sure you find a way to fucking do it. Doesn't matter how I end up in Thailand in August, I'm gonna do it because I said that I would do it. If you say to yourself, I'm gonna do 100 push-ups today, you better fucking do it. Start small, tell yourself, I'm gonna make my bed today, and then make your bed. This is how you become a man of your word, and this is how you learn to trust yourself as well. If I say to myself, oh, you know, I missed the videos today, but I'll record them tomorrow. I'll record my videos tomorrow instead because I missed them, I didn't have enough time today, whatever it may be. I know that I can trust myself. I know that I'm gonna do it because I've built up that strength of word. Every single time I tell myself I'm going to do something, every time I promise myself that I'm going to do something, or I promise somebody else that I'm going to do something, I deliver. I make sure one way or another I fucking do it. And at the start of this, when I promised her that, she went off. I was like, right, work mode, let's fucking go. I was still hustling at the time. I didn't have I didn't dabble in the 9-to-5 world or anything like that. I had loads of previous 9-to-5s before, I quit them, and I was hustling ever since then. Now, up until this point, when I sent her away, she went on the plane, she went to Thailand, and I was just going back into my hustle mode, into my work mode. I was fucking broke, bro. At this point, I was broke. I was like, fuck, how am I going to do this? I promised her now, I've said it. You know, I could easily just take the coward's way out and say, oh, you know, I won't be able to this time, maybe next year. But I'm not a pussy. And I said to her, I'd promised her I'd be out there in August. So that's exactly what I did. Now, when this first started, I was thinking to myself at the start, I was like, fuck, bro, how am I going to make enough money to go to Thailand and then spend money out in Thailand in such a short space of time? I sent her away in I think it was June time, so only a couple of months, right? And I had to make enough money to book the flight, to you know, pay for the things when I was out there, all that kind of stuff. I was like, fuck, I don't have a job at the moment. All my money was coming from YouTube and coaching, and I'm hustling, trying to find ways of making money online, and I was trying to build up my business at the time. But just because I said it, and it may have been stupid for me to promise her, but just because I said it, now I have to fucking do it. I can't go back on my word. So, lo and behold, I fucking did it, bruv. And I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it, how I literally exploded my income. I have never made this much money in my entire life, and it's all been through online this month. As I record this, it's currently July the 28th, I believe it is. So it's just coming up to August now, and I've literally, the month isn't even over yet, and I've made more money than I've ever made in my entire life. And that goes to when I used to work 9-to-5s back in the day, when I used to literally do 12-hour shifts at my 9-to-5 job. I've still made more money online sitting talking to a fucking camera than I have way back in the day when I used to do 9-to-5. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I did that, and there's 3 fundamentals for it, okay? The first one is obviously trusting yourself. Now, when I said that to her, I had a little bit of self-doubt at the start because I was broke. I had literally no money in my bank account, and I was like, fuck, reality was telling me I was broke. And for a split moment, as you guys can see from my previous videos, I went into a 9-to-5. I got a 9-to-5 job, and I was like, fuck, this is my plan then. I'm just going to get a 9-to-5 job. I'm going to work for the rest of the months, save my money, and then go to Thailand like that. That was my original plan. Now, the reason I did that, if I'm being completely honest with myself, was because I simply didn't trust myself. I didn't trust that I would be able to make enough money through online income to get myself over to Thailand in time. I didn't trust myself. A slight bit of myself didn't trust. There was self-doubt there. Hence why I went into the 9-to-5 world. Now, if you've watched any more videos, you'll understand that after 2 shifts in that 9-to-5 shitty restaurant job, literally 2 shifts, I quit. And I'm like, fuck this, mate. Why am I wasting my time working for someone else? I went through the same mindset I did way back in November 2022, where I was like, why am I wasting my time working for somebody else? So I quit again, straight back to the hustle mode. And then it hit me. I realized, I was like, right, number one, I'm not trusting myself, because for me to even go into the 9-to-5 world, it's me telling myself, I'm not good enough to make that amount of money in this amount of time. That's basically what I was saying to myself. So you must trust yourself. If you want to make money, especially online, especially in your business, and especially in a short amount of time, you have to trust your abilities. You cannot allow any negative thinking pattern or any self-doubt into your brain at all. Okay? Nothing. Every time you get the thought of like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this off, maybe I'm going to need to go get a job because I don't know if my business is going to work. Fucking trust yourself, bro. So I quit the fucking job. I quit that shitty, terrible job after 2 shifts. I was like, oh God, I remember why I quit back in the day, because it was so long since I worked a 9-to-5 job. I've done so many different 9-to-5 jobs in my life, and it was so long that I'd had to work for somebody else, get up at a certain time, high boss, all this bullshit. It was so long since I did that as soon as I stepped back into the matrix, into that kind of world, I was like, oh mate, I'm not doing this. Fuck this. I would rather be broke. I would rather have to hustle. I would rather have to struggle for a little bit, but all of my time, energy, and attention is going into what I care about rather than working for someone else. Fuck that. So that's exactly what I did. I quit. I started to build up the trust for myself. I was like, right, I'm leaving myself with no option. If I'm going to get to Thailand in August, which I am, there was no if about it in my brain. I was like, right, when I get to Thailand, I'm going to do it through online income. Okay? So I started to trust myself. That's step 1. Step 2 is to live in abundance. Okay? So at the time as well, because reality was telling me I was broke, I started to adopt a scarcity mindset. I started to think to myself, oh, I've got to be really desperate and save all my money. I can't spend £3 on Greggs sausage rolls because I've got to save up for Thailand. I was living in that kind of desperate broke boy mindset, right? Not fun, not cool, not attractive. Don't allow yourself to slip into that mindset. Operate with abundance in absolutely every realm of life. This is how you literally make money from thin air, bro. I'd sat there taking a shit, making 300 quid, just like that. It took me like 2 minutes to do that. Easy. You have to, and I promise you, I tell you this, how many videos have I made? And I'm keeping this raw and unfiltered. I don't care if I'm stuttering. I don't care if I fuck up my speech. I do not care. How many times have I told you, bro, oh, you know, as soon as I switched my mindset, as soon as I changed my energy vibration and I started to think positive and I started to trust myself and I started to act with abundance, I started to believe that I was the kind of guy that could have an abundance of money. I didn't operate in scarcity. I'd go outside and I'd be like, you know what? I feel like eating a chocolate Greggs donut. That's exactly what I'm going to fucking do. I'm not going to live like, oh gosh, I can't buy my mum a chocolate bar on the way home because I've got to save my money. Nah, you know what? I'm going to buy her 2 chocolate bars just because my mind gave me that thought in the first place. Now I'm going to spend more fucking money just to prove to myself, number 1, I've got the capabilities to do it. And number 2, that there is literally an abundance. There is infinite amounts of whatever it is that you want out there. Women, money, success, fame, follow it, whatever it may be that you are chasing, there's an abundance of it in the universe. It's literally a law of the universe, right? So number 2, operate with abundance. You must act as if you are already the man that has what he wants. And this doesn't mean go around and spend money that you don't have, obviously. But in your mind, you must just assume that you are that man. You must not for a second doubt, oh my gosh, I've got to save this money because I'm broke. Or, oh, well, I can't enjoy that meal deal from Tesco because, I've got to save my money. Go and have the fucking sandwich. Go and enjoy the coffee. Go and spend some money. Money is energy. It's flow. The more that you give of it, the more that you get back. Okay, and that brings me on to point number 3, which is your energy. I realized something when I quit my 9-to-5 because it was so long since I was in a 9-to-5 job that I never had that consistent workflow for a very, very long time. You know, you go to your 9-to-5 job and you work an 8-hour shift, for example. This is what I was doing at the restaurant job that I literally just quit. I was working 8 hours, and the reason why they pay you in a 9-to-5 is because you are working 8 hours non-stop. It's non-stop 8 hours of dedicated work. You understand? Now, the reason I wasn't making enough money previously when I was hustling before was because I wasn't dedicating enough of my energy and time to my business, to actually making money. I was just kind of blasé about it. I was like, oh, I'll do a couple of videos, might do a live stream, I'll do some community posts to market my coaching, and then I'll just go to the gym and hang out in the gym for 5 hours. That was my mindset. Now, every single day, I take allocated time out of my day to just sit with no distractions, and I put all of my mental energy, my physical energy, my creative energy, I put it all into making money. Just like a 9-to-5. I treat this now, in time-wise, I treat it like a 9-to-5. Obviously, I love it, it's fun, it's not even a job to me. But in terms of how I manage my time, I treat it like a 9-to-5. So I'll literally go out to a coffee shop, and I'll sit in a coffee shop for 6 hours or some shit, just literally working non-stop, headphones in, work mode, no distractions, boom. I'll order a nice sandwich or something, say hello to the waitress, and then I'm in work mode, no distractions. Because when you work at home, That's the negative side of working for yourself, is if you're working in a nice, comfortable environment, i.e. your room, there's too many home comforts, there's too many distractions, there's too many reasons to just procrastinate and go and sit on your bed for a bit and scroll down Instagram. Do you know what I mean? So the amount of energy that you give to something correlates with how much results you are going to get from that exact thing. So the reason I wasn't making enough money was because I simply wasn't giving enough energy. Now I'm literally staying up all night, business mode, working every single day. I'm in war mode, bro. I'm in literally war mode. I work out, I literally, business, non-stop business. I'll stop and have push-up breaks, and that's it. All I do is work out and business all day. Until I go to Thailand, then I'll take some time off and I'll enjoy myself, I guess you could say, and enjoy the fruits of my labor. But for now, until I get that flight, work mode. And you know what? The month isn't even finished yet, and I've made more money than I've ever made in my entire life before. All online. All online. I haven't even got my paycheck from the 9 to 5 that I worked 2 shifts at. I haven't even got that yet. And I've still made more money than I've ever made before. So it proves the 3 things that you need and the lessons. I feel like I needed this. I needed to go through this weird, like, confused phase of going in the 9 to 5, then quitting again, then being, I don't know what to do. I really want to go to Thailand, but I don't have enough money. What should I do? Blah, blah, blah. I needed to go through that phase. The universe had some lessons to teach me, and now I can pass them on to you boys. So, number 1, trust yourself indefinitely. Don't ever feed into any thinking pattern that takes power away from you. Only ever feed into positive thoughts and thoughts that give you strength and power. Number 2, operate with abundance. Don't ever operate in scarcity or desperation, or as if, I really, really need to be careful. I need to save that. You have literally unlimited amounts of whatever it is that you are desiring. Unlimited amounts of money, unlimited amounts of women, unlimited amounts of success. Don't ever operate as if you don't have enough, or if you can never get enough, trying to save all your little peanuts. Don't ever operate like that. Does not work. You have to be on the vibrational frequency, if you will, in order to attract that kind of lifestyle. If you imagine yourself in a scarce mindset, in a desperate mindset, do you feel like you're going to be walking around with millions of dollars in the bank? No. It's just not, energy-wise, it just can't attract. They're completely repulsed by each other. So in order to attract that, the actual reality of abundance, actual reality of looking in your bank account and having a lot of money, you have to operate on that energy source. Does that make sense? And you start with your mind. So number 3 is obviously energy. Where you are directing your time, where are you directing your energy to, and how much are you giving to it? So like I said, now I'm dedicating literally hours and hours of non-stop, undistracted work to making money, and it's fucking paid off. And the same goes for your gym, the same goes for women, the same goes for anything. If you want to get good with women, just dedicate some more energy and time to getting good with women, to practicing, to going out there, speaking to girls, going in the nightclubs. That's exactly what I used to do. Same thing with your body. If your body's lacking and your health's lacking and you feel like shit, just dedicate a bit more energy and time to it. You're simply not working hard enough. And I know you hear it all the time and it sounds a bit cliche, but it's the truth. You have so much more energy than you realize. If you can just push through that barrier of, I can't be bothered. If you push through that, you'll realize what you're truly capable of, and that's when you can start getting the results. So just keep this in mind. I've fucking done it. And honestly, it's interesting because I want to make a separate video about visualizations, because I visualized this. Even in my moments of doubt, even in the moments where I didn't think I'd be able to do it, I visualized myself sitting on the plane with my passport in hand, ticket in hand, looking out the window with my headphones in with some songs on that make me feel some certain emotions, and thinking to myself, you fucking did it, bro. I literally visualized that at the start of June when I sent the girl off and I was like, I'll see you in August. Even though I doubted myself, I visualized it. And I'm going to make a separate video on that because that is very powerful. But yeah, it's interesting. I visualized it. I learnt my lessons, dedicated my time to it. And I've literally done it. I became a man of my word. I said that I'd do it, so I fucking got it done. I found a way to get it done. One way or another, I did it. I did exactly what I said I would do, even though I doubted myself, even though the odds were stacked against me. There's no way I could have pulled this off. If you think about it in hindsight, bro, I started the journey with literally minus money in my bank account, and I've ended the journey with more money than I've ever made before. Nothing really has changed other than my mindset, other than what I've taught you in this video today, and some other things which I'll speak about in my coaching down below. That's some next level shit if you are ready. If you're serious about taking your self-improvement journey to the next level, the coaching is down in the description. I won't ramble on for any longer. Hopefully you can take something from this. I wanted to make this kind of a speedy one. That's why I'm speaking so fast, bro. I don't want to just drag it out and waste your time. So take something from this, look after yourself, and I will see you in Thailand. Bow.